Hello everybody, so it's time to do a little update on the train board and let's get to it. So this is the state it's at right now. You can see quite a few things has happened. We have the Marox has done the detailing on the swamp stuff here, put in some gruesome reminders, little plank bridge going over. So it's ready for paint and then the water effects. I've done the planking, put in one of the heavy weapon emplacements and done the planking down the length of both these trenches. Also cut out, as I explained before, a lower ledge and a higher ledge, and then I glued it into place. Planking the stuff wasn't all that difficult or time consuming as I thought it would be. I actually I cut out the pieces, each and every one, and didn't glue them down, and actually took them home and did the planking while watching some series on the computer. So took maybe, I don't know, 2-3 hours to do the whole thing, cutting, gluing and everything. So what we have done now is to add I glued them down to the board and add some gravel. Last time we were here, you can see where the planks are separated. I added some gravel in between, just not to have that plain foam surface in the bottom, but to give it some believability. I also used the spackle on all the other edges like that, on the back edge for example. If you can see on the inside here, I spackled this edge as well, so we can paint it up like dirt or concrete. I haven't really decided. Also did a spackle on the inside there of the trench. Communication trench doesn't have any planks in it, just dirt. And the last time we were here, me and Marox put in this front wall of protected stuff using that corrugated cardboard we had. That's why the nails are stuck in there. And I left the nails because today I've just done the spackling on the front. And if I lean over a little bit, you can see it. And that's not going to be the final edge. We're going to use the stuff that we're going to cover the board with, the PVA gravel plaster mix, and we're gonna paint it up to the edge as well. This is just to build it up so we don't have to use that the paint stuff to build up the edge. So I think that's gonna look nice. We have a little Thousand Suns infestation. I'm using him to see so that they can shoot over the edge like that, cover, and I think that's gonna be okay. The idea with the back trench was to give some cover so you wouldn't have line of sight, but as you can see, a Space Marine, especially one with that huge helmet on, can actually be seen. It depends a little bit on where it is placed, so I think what we should have done is cut this way down, at least another half centimeter or so, but hey, what do you do? It is like it is. So we have discussed placing some sandbags along the edge, at least on some locations, to build it up a little bit more and add some interest. So maybe that will do the trick. Anyway, they're gonna have some nice cover saves when placed down there, so that will have to do. So I have left to do that heavy weapon emplacement. And then this bunker, this HQ bunker, I'm building that at home, so I'm going to place it in. There's the 2 bridges that's going to go in there. As you can see, I cut it out all the way. So the bridge is going to go over like this, and I cut it out all the way so you can actually place a miniature under it. Makes it more believable that it could actually traverse that part of the board even with the road or the bridge going over. The crashed Aquila as well is I brought it home to use the airbrush on it. So that's gonna be done pretty soon. So a few things to do, but plenty of work done so far. We're gonna rough up the edges here and do a little bit of more work on the crash site when I painted up the Aquila, and then I think we're gonna start to lay down the first couple of layers on the board of the paint stuff. This bunker over here is actually built, so I think we're gonna glue it in and place it next time. I don't know how far it's gotten on that one, but we saved all the little bits that I broken off or cut off when I did the planking, and the rest of the planks that we didn't use. Some of them will be used to make the other weapon emplacement, and some of them will be used just as trash and debris, especially over there at the crash site, to spruce up the board with some detail. And I actually have some of the strips I cut out as well. So I did some long strips like this so that I can just use them for whatever. You could, for example, use them to make some bracings for the back wall if you wanted to. And then the way I actually cut out the let me show you here on this little leftover piece. So I measured how long I wanted the planks, and I decided on the width. So the width is 0.5 centimeter. So I actually measured out 0.5 centimeter and marked every 0.5 centimeter on both the edges like this, down the length, and then I measured the length of the planks like this, and then I cut. Let me see now. I cut the length of the plank first, not cutting all the way through, just about halfway through, and did that all the way for all the length of the planks, and then I cut along the fibers like this. What that does is I use a steel ruler and use the knife to cut it, and then the planks, many of them just separated because the grain goes this way, and what you end up with then is actually like the long piece I have here, but for every length of the plank there's a little notch in it, so you can just with your fingers then break it off. So that's the way I found it to be easiest to do that. So anything else I want to add? Talking about tools, PVA glue, that's what we're using to glue everything. These are a great tool. Just some coffee stirrers. We have been using them as to apply the spackle, like small miniature spatulas. Works great for the kind of, I mean, you're not spackling big huge pieces like we do when doing some work on your house or something like that. So you need something small, and these are cheap and disposable and works really well. You can use both that wider end and the smaller end to the best effect. Then of course disposable knives to cut the foam. They dull very fast, so get plenty of them. We got the cheap kind, so we can just use them when they are too dull. We just throw them away and take the next one. That's pretty much it when it comes to tools. Sharper knife for when doing the planking, because you want a sturdy one to do that, and a steel ruler. We have both a short one like 30 centimeters for doing the little fine work, and I have a 1 meter steel ruler as well to do the work on the board, and that has been a great help. So that's another tip on tools that's very useful. Hot glue gun can be used if you want to attach something very fast. Can be used in combination with PVA glue. So you have some PVA glue and then you hot glue it just to get it to stick while the PVA is drying. So yeah, that's it. This is where the board is. We're doing some more work later on, probably this week. So I hope to have some update. I'm not sure how much we'll get done. If just a little bit, I will wait and do an update later on when there's more been done to it. If you have any questions or suggestions or anything, just put it down in the doobly-doo below. I know several are doing some boards and stuff, so if you want to ask anything or suggest anything, as I said, just put it down below and I'll try to answer as best I can. So yeah, until next time, game on. Have a great rest of the week and I will see you later. Bye.